especially with 10 seconds left. Alpha Sydney might just go down 2 games in this series. That is not the best side, but it is a best of 7, so plenty of time to come back.
Right, some beautiful work coming out from Team Blah there to take this second matchup off Alpha Sydney. They come in strong with that win off Abyss, but looks like Blah must have had a bit more of a hard time going up against their previous matchup. But either way, look at that. 6 shots on coming from Alpha Sydney. Only the 4 coming out from Team Blah, but they still managed to run away.
They certainly did a great job with this game. They didn't really seem to have a lot of pressure on their net. Nothing truly scary coming through that they had to rush for a save. No luck, just simple, solid play. And right now, Alpha Sydney need to change something up. They need to go hyper aggressive or start going more defensive. Because at the moment, they're just all-round midfield play is not paying off for them.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Into the third matchup now. Blah only need to win 2 more to win this grand final and take that 100 USD. But Alpha Sydney trying to put the heat on at the moment. Jake the Tyrant holding this one up. So the big shot downfield from Luke Ridge coming in. He managing to push this one back down center, but EMP reads that one nicely. Center ball. Jake the Tyrant gets up there to redirect it. Ridge though holds it up, works it around Drippy. Yeah, he's going to keep pushing this one downfield, but Torsus reads that one nicely to hold that one up. Dumbo now trying to push this one down the wing. He comes up, he's going to be met by Drippy, who works it around him. Dumbo though gets another little sneaky touch there, which catches Drippy off guard. EMP holding this one up, tries to work around Torsus, doesn't work in his favour. In comes Dumbo, he's just going to go wide. He comes in for the follow-up, but Drippy, with the clearance.
Yeah, very smart clearance by Drippy. The entire rest of the Blah team was hanging in the wings, waiting for that backboard, and were covering both the other angles. Dumbo with the shot. And that is a clear away. Drippy not able to save that one. And just ever so slightly away off the side post. The perfect angle, getting it past Torsos. That is 1-0 already in the third game for Blah.
Yeah, beautiful work coming out from them at the moment. Dumbo now going up for another shot on. That's a nice little touch there, but the clearance is going to come out from Drippy. And that's an open net, and it's going to work its way in, and Torsus is going to help it push it straight in.
You hate to see that, the mistake in the midfield. But it looked like Lucarish thought that the ball was going to go over to the right-hand side, missed his left flip. The ball just ends up rolling in, so it's a tied game, and perhaps the confidence that Alpha Sydney need to really run away throughout the rest of this series.
Right, scores are tied at the moment. Chris, they're trying to hold it up, working around Jake the Tyrant, which he does, but they're still working in favour of Team Blah at the moment. MP sitting up for a nice little centre shot. But Drippy gets the clearance on that one. In comes Lucas for a dangerous shot, but it's just going to go wide. Jake the Tyrant is going to hold off with the clearance. Drippy now making sure of that, but Dumbo's still holding up in the defensive end. Now Jake the Tyrant making sure that's pushed down the wing. He follows that one up. That's a dangerous centre ball, but Drippy doesn't read that one well and lets it be. So now Dumbo working his magic, trying to work it around Torsus. Doesn't get the touch that he's looking for. So Lucas comes in, smashes it downfield. The reply coming in from Drippy. EMP doesn't get the touch that he's looking for. So Torsus now had the prime opportunity to set something up for his team, but I think he rushed that one a little bit too much there. Boys from Alpha Sydney still holding on nice and tight here. In comes Torsus for a shot on, but EMP's going to get the clearance there. Jake the Tyrant for the redirect, but Lucas getting up in time to get the clearance.
Yeah, this is the backboard defense that they were missing earlier in the series. Able to get up to the air and the ball before Alpha Sydney can convert. And despite Alpha Sydney having the forward pressure for a long time, they're still not able to get anything. Defense holding through. AOEM trying to get this to Dumbo. Dumbo over to Lucarish, who puts it back to M. Some great midfield passing, almost creating an offensive opportunity, but now ball back down the other end. And this is starting to come back and forth after we saw a long passage of offensive play by Alpha Sydney.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Scores are tied at the moment. Blah trying to hold on and try and come in and get another victory over the top of Alpha Sydney, but they're bringing the heat, and that's a dangerous play coming in, and Torsus capitalises on that one with the assist coming from Jake the Tyrant.
It was a bad pinch out from Dumbo that was super well read by Jake, putting it past everyone, but not only did he get that play, he made sure he put it close to his teammate so that they could get the redirect and the goal. This is the first time in the series they've really truly been in the lead. Luca is trying to tie it up, and there's only a minute and 56 seconds left to go. Can Blah do it?
That's exactly right. Team Black coming up nice and strong now, pushing it down the defensive end. Alpha Sydney currently have a 1-goal lead. They really need to get that momentum if they want to have a fighting chance against Team Black, as they currently have a 2-map lead. Torus is now trying to work his magic, gets it around EMP, but whiffs that secondary follow-up touch. So Dumbo comes in, sets it up. That's a dangerous play, and in comes Lucas for the equaliser.
I can't believe he got this pass. AOE had been forward, just trusted Dumbo to get the pass to him, got it up, but the angle down straight to Lucas was the important part. Normally that ball would fly out from the wall, but AOE put it down straight in front of net, and that forced it to be behind all of the Alpha Sydney team, who weren't able to come back in time to clear it away. 2 apiece, but that was some fantastic offensive playing coming out from Blah.
Exactly right. So now the scores are tied at the moment. Lucas now coming in, holding up against the wing. Drapido is going to get that clearance though, which is going to be a bit of a helping hand from EMP to that pinch there. Torus is now holding up, sending up for a center ball. Dumbo's going up for it, same as Drippy, but Dumbo's going to get there first. Holding off to the left-hand side wing. Now Jake the Tyrant trying to work his magic, but Dumbo works it over the top of him. Torus is now coming over the top of Dumbo. Sets it up pretty much for Lucas to push it straight downfield. Jake the Tyrant though with the redirect onto the opposing side of the field. EMP holding it up for a center ball. Up goes Dumbo. He's pushing it down for a center play, but Jake the Tyrant holding it up. He's now going to try working around Lucas, which he sort of does in favour of him, but EMP comes in, holds it along down the wing. Big center ball in play here, but Jake the Tyrant whiffs that first shot. So Drippy now trying to work around Dumbo, but Dumbo gets it over the top of him. That's dangerous. It hits the top crossbar, and Jake the Tyrant gets the clearance.
Dumbo was hoping that one would just float in. Could have been a game-winning goal, but for now, it's still up to AOE and Lucarish to finish it off. If this comes back, Dumbo should get it. Dumbo does. 14 seconds on the clock, and Dumbo finishes it off. And I have to point out, I'm pretty sure that is the 3rd time in this game that the Blah team have got a 3-man play to get a goal. And that is absolutely insane for a brand new team.
Exactly right. 14 seconds left on the clock. Alpha Sydney really need to pull something out here if they want to hold on to this one, take it into overtime and win a map back. But either way, 6 seconds down. It's down the defensive end. Luca is holding this one up. Could we see a 0-hero goal? But Dumbo's holding this one on the ground. Jake the Tyrant picking it up. Big pinch in effect here. Can the boys from Team Blah pick up another goal? Drippy, though, he's going to let that one touch the ground, and Team Blah take out the 3rd map.
Oh, what a game by Team Blah. They haven't dropped a game in so long. The only time that they dropped a game the entire day today was against a team called, I think it was No Way. So they've almost gone through this entire tournament undefeated. If they can get one more game, they take out the grand final in a clear-cut fashion. Currently on the verge, they will have 4 match points in a row.
And you can just tell by those stats there, they had 9 shots on goal coming from Team Blah. So they're really bringing the pressure up against Alpha Sydney there. They only managed to get 3 saves out and put 4 shots on themselves. But at the end of the day, Team Blah came out with that victory, managing to really utilize every opportunity that they had for those shots on and come out with that victory. Either way, we're coming into the 4th matchup. Team Blah have a 3-map lead at the moment. Alpha Sydney haven't got 1 map on the board. Team Blah coming in nice and strong here. Could this be, is this a newly formed Team Yummy Cheese Man, or?
In a way, yes. Dumbo and AOEM have been playing together for a couple of weeks here, trialing out some 3rd plays, but this is the first tournament that they've tried out Lucarish with, and it's already going very well for them. It's entirely possible that this will be the new team, whatever name they end up going with. But Dumbo already getting out the fire off, looking to try and take out this series this style.
Exactly right. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. Drippy now holding this one up, passing it off to Torsus. Torsus following up on nice and fast. The block coming out from EMP there. Jake the Tyrant tries to work it around Dumbo, but Dumbo gets it around him instead. EMP now with the shot on!
Oh my goodness!
What an absolutely insane shot on goal coming from EMP.
Look at this. AOEM gets the half flip to actually put himself in position. He was facing backwards, got around so quickly around the ball and slammed it into the top right of the net. Mechanically perfect play. You couldn't get anything better. It was 100% optimal, despite perhaps some silly positioning at the start. That is going to put them 1-0 in the lead, and they're trying desperately to take out their first tournament.
Right, so beautiful work coming out from EMP there. That was an absolutely insane shot, and he comes in with another one. Block coming out from Torsa, so he clears that one nicely. Dumbo to follow that one back up to set it up. He's going to redirect that one straight back down center. Licorice now holding this one up. Gets it over the top of Drippy, but he's going to get demoed by Drippy there. Torsus now setting this one up nicely. Dumbo, though, that's a dangerous ball. But the boys from Team Blood managed to hold on there. Torsus just goes wide, or short, I should say, for that shot on. But EMP now tries to work it over Jake the Tyrant. Jake the Tyrant gets the pass off to Torsus. He then puts it downfield for Jake to really follow that one up. Nice little team play coming in, but it gets blocked out of effect. Dumbo now trying to work it down the wing. Gets blocked out by Torsus, who sets it up for Jake the Tyrant. Jake the Tyrant now working around Lukerich. In comes Torsus, but he gets blocked out by EMP. Dumbo now tries to push it down, but the big pinch coming out off the top of the car of Jake the Tyrant. Torsus now trying to hold it up. That's a dangerous center ball. Up goes Dumbo, holds it up in center. But Torsus holds it off down to the left-hand side wing.
Oh, opportunity. AOEM doesn't get that down, but we're seeing some really great plays from both teams, but the difference between them right now is the teamwork coming out from Blah. Every single goal coming off a pass. Jake the Tyrant coming up and managing to clutch that out. Both ends are able to keep the defense and prevent those backboard shots and being converted. Very good prediction skills from both of these teams. Great mechanical plays, and there isn't really that much separating it despite the series score.
Exactly right. So Team Blood now have that 1-goal lead. They only need to take this map out to declare themselves this week's ESL Go for Rocket League champions and take that 100 USD prize pool. So big shout outs to them. So quick mention to B-Bears. He puts this all together himself. So big shout out to that young lad. But either way, Team Blood holding on nice and tight here. Big pinch coming out from Lukerich and Torsus. So it gets cleared downfield. Torsus doesn't seem too happy with that one. So Team Blood now utilising every opportunity that they got. Lukerich trying to hold it down the defensive end. Jake the Tyrant, though, tries to work it over Emp, but Emp gets the better of him. Dumbo now with a big play. That's a centre ball. Drippy going to hold it off down to the other side. Torsus goes up, doesn't get the touch that he's looking for. Still holds it off, works it around Lukerich. EMP goes up, tries to hold it downfield, which Dumbo makes sure that that happens. He's now trying to work it down past Jake the Tyrant. Doesn't happen. Now Lukerich sets it up for a shot on. Drippy with the big defensive touch there. EMP coming in, trying to utilise or set something up for his team here. Big centre ball, in comes Lukerich, but the defensive touch coming out from Tor.
Yeah, big plays in defense from Alpha Sydney, keeping them in this game. Only 1 goal down with a minute remaining. What a pass! Oh! But Jake the Tyrant is not able to finish it off. There's been a few of those opportunities this game for Alpha Sydney where they had the chance. Jake the Tyrant and Chorsos combining once again, but once again just so close yet so far.
Exactly right. Jake the Tyrant now gets a nice little touch to push it downfield, but it gets redirected by Dumbo. Drippy over the top now, sets it up for a backboard play. In comes Jake the Tyrant, doesn't get the touch that he's looking for. So Lukerich, though, trying to work his magic here. Drippy works it around him. EMP comes in, gets it underneath him. Jake Torsus, though, sets that one up nicely, but Dumbo reads it even better. Still holding it off to the wing here, trying to set the team up. Hold on to this 1-goal lead that they currently have, which we've seen happen between Alpha Sydney and Abyss. Just those 1 goal holding throughout the entire matchup between those two teams. So we could be seeing the same thing happen to Alpha Sydney once again. 19 seconds left on the clock. Lukerich, though, putting the pressure on, setting up for a dangerous centre ball, but in comes Torsus for the clearance.
One last chance for Alpha Sydney. 10 seconds on the clock. Jake the Tyrant needs to put something on. Lukerich comes through with the save. Jake again into the center for Torsos, and that is the goal. The equalizer in this grand final. 3 seconds left to go.
Torsus holding on nice and tidy there to really bring this one back for Alpha Sydney and give them the opportunity to try and reverse sweep this one if they can. We did see it happen at PAX with, I think it was Legacy and Abyss, where Legacy just bring back 4 games in a row. But either way, MP trying to push this one downfield nice and fast. Neither team wants to go into overtime. Drippy, it is going to go into overtime. Drippy comes in, puts it on the ground, and we are into the overtime on the final map.
Final map and overtime. It couldn't get any better. It's not technically the final map, unless Blah take out the victory, but they are looking quite strong in offense right now. Jake the Tyrant has to get that solo effort clear, which he does manage. He's left an open net. Torsos